Well, I was going to say give me the countdown like whenever you want, but you give me time, and you kind of just went straight into it.
So I haven't watched for some reason. Welcome to.
How have you not watched Cowboy Bebop?
I have this thing where I don't watch popular things, and if I do watch them, then I don't like them. It's the same with Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. They're like the biggest fucking shit ever right now, and I cannot bear to watch either of them. And
you ever watched Naruto?
I have actually.
Wow.
And I regret it because it's kind of shit.
Kind of shit.
Kind of bad. I watched like when he was like actually like young, and then when it got to like when he grew up, and that's like the next series, and then it was kind of fucking mid still. I expected it to just get better from there, and it kind of didn't.
Alright, that's lovely. Yeah. That's lovely.
Welcome to our Deep Rock channel.
Welcome to our Deep Rock channel.
I am a weeaboo, but that's neither here nor there. That's not really that. I have not heard that term be used in so long.
I know, and you're also not, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't even know what defines a weeaboo.
I would say that I used to be.
Oh.
But
you don't have a body pillow. You don't collect Japanese swords. I mean, maybe if you had some money, maybe you would.
I scrolled through a Japanese swords website a while ago, and because it is legal to have a Japanese sword that was traditionally made. Actually, it's not just legal to have one; it's legal to wield one in public, which is an interesting tidbit on UK law. But that's neither here nor there.
UK law.
Yeah.
Wait, law as in like criminal, like justice or
legally
law.
you're
I thought you meant law like as in law, like story. The English law.
Both are true.
Yeah. Anyway, this is wow. This is Deep Reddit Galactic, a series where we have a lot of fun and we have a look at what's on the community's mind, offer our insights and our advice and our mockery.
Yeah. Last week we did New, which was interesting, but it wasn't really like the heads of the Reddit. You know what I mean? It's not like the main things going around.
Most of it ends up in hot anyway.
Yeah, or the good stuff is.
Well, in a better order, I suppose, at least.
Yeah.
In a more relevant order.
Some positives in that we saw some of your guys' things as posts, like the guy on the cryo debate.
Yeah.
We found our video, which was pretty cool. If you see your post appear or want us to talk about it, I don't really know if we can do anything like that.
Well, the goal is obviously not to insult anyone on a personal level, but I will be I will deign to call out bad takes.
If your take is garbage, then go die.
But it's no. See, you're not meant to go. The point is, you're not meant to insult them. It's the take. The take is the problem, not the person. Although them making that take could be an indicator of poor character.
Yeah. So if you want to be of good moral value, make better decisions. I'm going to close my door. Because...
I mean, I heard a few things when we started, but...
Yeah, everyone's home, and they will be for like the next week.
All two of them.
Yeah. They're noisy too, right?
One of them's very noisy.
Yes.
I wouldn't say. I mean, let's not get into that. Anyway, so because it's here, I am actually going to click on the deep dive thread because I used to look at these like every week. You know, when we used to do deep dives. Even though I didn't.
Did we ever do deep dives?
We did. When we had the overclocks to unlock, we did them every week.
Oh god, the Dark Ages.
Yeah, for the Dark Ages, and I mean, to be honest. I agree with Tyler, they're boring, and also they tend to be quite easy.
We haven't. Is that on your podcast list? Because if so, I want to do them next. Because I have not gone into detail as to why I hate deep dives.
I don't think I might not. It might not be, but that's easily.
We haven't done anything on that.
Barely, yeah. But look at this shit, man. It's so easy. I mean, Escort G2 Hazard 5 is never a walk in the park, but you've got critical weakness, plus you've got mini meals to give you extra nitro.
Actually, it just reset. I did see a post earlier of some guy complaining about the second stage, saying it was terrible.
I mean, exploding station on escort duty is pretty bad, and that's not really alleviated by critical weakness, given that you one-shot them in the face anyway.
Yeah.
Still, and there's like just 4 eggs. I mean, Max Terror Plague is bad, but it's like such a short mission, and you have so much nitra. And then these are completely pointless because the elite deep dive can at least be challenging sometimes, but a normal deep dive is so. And then look at this, man. 2 of them are 4 eggs.
The middle one is pretty. I would say it's rough, but there isn't even a warning on it. I think they realise.
It's also hazard free.
Yeah.
0.5?
Is even that is.
Yeah, let's see what people are saying about it. Oh, does it say the radiant exclusions on hollow bow? Damn, the best biomes. Like the OP is actually a guy. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's a.
And I think people just like give advice and stuff in the comments,
fair enough,
which is cool, man.
Because early on you do kind of need to do the deep dives, and maybe sometimes they are kind of too hard. Like you need more, cells, but you can't play the the hard deep dives, so you're kind of a bit stumped. So I get that's kind of what they're doing here, like helping people cover the lapse of knowledge.
The room with the twins' cocoon was fucking disturbing. There was a complete ring of corpse feeder maggots on the walls just above our heads. That's lovely. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Thank you, Deep Rock.
Thank you, Deep Dives.
Yeah.
And
we can click on that.
Yeah, we can. I want to see what people are saying.
That's actually true. Let's see what the consensus is, because that's kind of what these are. These are inspections into the community, not just our take.
It's pretty cool, man. But why are they so small? Because we know that they're actual shredders.
You are so annoyed about that.
I'm not annoyed. I'm just confused, and I'm wondering if they're going to address it.
These grenades are even in passing mention, Harry. Like they're so small.
By which I mean, we know that they aren't actually shredders, but they're just like a fraction of the size of a normal shredder for some reason.
Yeah, maybe when they were remaking them, they pulled a bunch of stuff out, and then they got it working without putting all of it back in, and they were like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
Someone questioning if this is the beginning of the Robot Wars.
Armor Robot Wars.
Shreddergeddon. Is that a new mutator or something?
Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Jacob making a joke.
He is making a joke.
He does that.
Next grenade will spawn a friendly nemesis. Sure, why not Barry Fisher? But it's called Best Friend instead.
You don't need to go into all the comments. Let's do some of like the main top ones. Looks cool but weak. Cool.
The video probably doesn't do it justice, and it'll probably go through changes. I kind of agree because, but I think there's more. I think it has a longer lifetime, right? We only see it attack a few enemies, but they don't disappear. They don't like it blow up in the video. I think their life carries on beyond the clips, which means they'll be able to affect a lot more.
But we don't
enemies.
actually know that.
No, I guess not. I guess not. And it's also just because of the groups of enemies that it's shown being used on. Wait, that doesn't mean that's like the maximum size. That's not like the maximum number of enemies they could potentially kill in one stroke. It just happens to be small groups. And also this guy mentions the coil gun video being a bit misleading, which it was. I actually want to call Ghost Ship out on this, by the way, because the very first teaser for the coil gun showed it one-shotted like 2 Praetorians in a row, which was really dumb. Just a dumb thing to show, because we thought, is this going to be like hyper propellant by default or something? And it's like, to get that, you need to use like the mold, which you shoot for like 3 layers of terrain.
Yeah, I think it bears note that these things, they really are, like, they're going through changes as we speak, let alone the evolutions they're going to go through when it enters, the public testing grounds. Like that, then they're probably going to be like, I imagine 2 of them are going to get super buffed, super nerfed. Like that seems to be pretty common. And some of the other ones are going to be pretty bland.
Well, we know that the Ripper's already getting nerfed. They've said that they're going to have to nerf it in some way. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
What the hell?
A lot of text.
Oh
Don't
God!
worry about
I mean,
it.
that's not even. I don't think that's even about the shredders. Oh, good lord! Oh, yes. Good lord!
Some threads really do occur.
Is there any more original comments? Oh, what?
Yeah, here's one. Auto-tracking turret, auto-tracking grenades, auto-tracking gun. All we need is an auto-tracking secondary. Fat boy, except it homes onto the nearest scout. Can't miss if you're close. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. You really barely have to do anything with engineer if you play him right now. Like,
I mean, if it's, I would take this concept and flip it to like things being able to do stuff on their own. But when you take that approach, I guess the primaries don't really have that so much. But then you have things like there's always something. Every facet of engineer has something that can sort of just work on its own in some way. It even comes down to something like the magma from volatile impact mixture, or just the fallout from Fat Boy, just lingering.
Yeah, he's just referring to how it's like 3 bits of equipment that are just AI ran.
Yeah.
And he just needs the smart pistol from the shitty game that I don't like.
Wow. Okay.
That is a take. Because I think anyone that plays Titanfall is like, this is actually the best game ever made, but I just can't fucking stand it. And luckily now I don't have to, because they abandoned it. Yay!
It doesn't work. I tried playing Titanfall 2 recently, and it just doesn't work. It's horrible. It's so sad. I think it's working on PC. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, any more original comments? Oh yeah, it's the same thing again. I think closer and closer to the engineer end game of sitting in a lawn chair sipping a beer while bugs die around him. Yeah.
That's a reference to engineer from TF2, right?
No, I don't.
Actually, I think no. In that one, he was like sitting on a thing, just playing the guitar as his turrets just gun down all the people running towards him. So I guess it's not a reference, but it is approaching that.
I got a little bit confused there because whenever I think of TF2, I think of Scout. So I was just thinking of Scout, and I was thinking Scout doesn't have turrets, even though we were talking about engineer.
Yeah.
Because I'm stupid.
I think the bit below might be the quote from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know engineer's voice. I mean, I know the Deep Rock voice.
Don't do it.
But I'm not going to do it. But I'm not.
Right, one more.
Yeah, well, this is important, actually. Looks like we've learned something from our rivals. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah.
After almost a year. See, this annoys me, doesn't it? I think this annoys you too. Almost a year. So, it's not actually...
I noticed it as well. Hold up.
Yeah, it's not really the problem that it would have been a year since Season 1, necessarily. It's kind of that the game's been pretty much the same since Season 1.
As a One Piece fan, I have something to say on this. In that, like, no matter how good something is, if it lasts for a long time, it will just be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like arcs that generally are good, because they last 3 to 4 years, kind of fucking suck. Like
I've got to say, man, the rival tech arc is beginning to wear out its welcome.
Yeah, it has. I think that's why it's ending. And I think as long as we're not looking at One Piece arcs that go on for like 4 years, Deep Rock should be all right. We should be good.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Okay, wasn't it? Oh wow, that's some text.
Now let's actually start.
Oh god, it's about gold.
Oh.
Hate people who mine gold. Don't be this guy. I assume Leon is the antagonist here. Fuck your fast game. I mine gold. Okay, but we're gonna call it. Oh, what? He got kicked. Did he come back? Because he's saying horrible things, calling them silly words, and saying that he doesn't like authoritarian hosts. And I will mine gold.
Winehead returned. GG. Adam Void left the game. I don't understand what's happening here. Like, you can't rejoin if you're kicked.
Yeah, I don't understand how Leon came back to spew his bile. It's a bit odd, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still, right? You can mine gold if you want.
I don't even think it should be. We should even touch it. It's just, if you like are on the side of something, this goes as far as like politics, right? If you believe in something, if you represent your case like this, you are going to have more detractors than ever, right? You will make more enemies if you treat everyone like this. Because look, explosive apathetic, he doesn't care. That doesn't care about like he's mining gold, but because Leon went about it like a prick, that's what happened. Now there are people are gonna hate people that mine gold because of Leon. And it could be either way. If Leon was on the other side and he would say, "I'm not mining gold," and then drop the N bomb, also would have been the same case. If you represent a cause by being a twat, or like violence, then this is what happens. Your cause is now worse.
All right, I mean
that's all that happens.
I don't know why I'm getting political.
Because otherwise, we're going to be talking about gold, and I don't want to do that because that's political.
I mean, that is deep politics.
Statement. Yeah.
Deep politics is just to gold or not to gold. And you know what I say? Yeah. Let's move on. That's an ad. Oh, yeah, okay. This guy, somebody... Yeah, he says, realised nobody cares and nobody's proud of it, but he says he literally predicted the new grenade for engineer almost to a T. Right, okay, cool. And he said, the soy shredder. Lifted your scene, so a proper grenade, the engineer got a pack of salvaged and repurposed shredder drones that will follow him and attack nearby enemies for about 15 seconds before they suicide explode on a target. Well, I don't know about to a T. Because you've got this whole, you've got all this baggage that might be proven wrong.
I feel like, first of all, right, I can acknowledge that the 15 seconds might be right, and maybe the explode on target might be right, but I feel like following him is unlikely. They look like they would just go off and attack whatever they can, or just kind of linger in like an area. Like they don't look like something that would follow engineer. I don't think they'd go that far. But yeah. I think it's worth noting that, like, fair enough, this guy called it and he has the right to brag. You did it too.
Yeah, but I did it 3 times.
Yeah, but it's worth noting that this was definitely the most predictable grenade. Like, I'm sorry, but like this is the most predictable grenade. That and like the phase bomb grenade, which at this point we're maybe not gonna get. I mean, still might, but the repurposed rival tech was probably the most predictable one, and there was really only 2 forms that was going to take, and there was really only one character that was going to get a swarm of shredders. Like, fair enough, you've called it, but it's not that. If he had gotten one of the other ones right, then maybe fair enough. I mean, in all fairness, I don't know why he's not talking about the fact that he basically called Scout's grenade as well. The chain thing is, that's what I don't get. People kind of fall on the boomerang and not realize that it is the Tesla grenade. The boomerang is a chain electric.
Or maybe someone did.
Grenade.
See? Yeah. Immediately. He didn't even hear about it.
Did you watch a video on it? Damn. Just looked it up. You might have actually just watched that video.
Oh, what?
It's like it got revealed before this post.
So he made this. No. Right? If you made this 1 month ago, none of them were. It hasn't. That was 3 weeks ago. The Scout one. So no, it didn't. It wasn't revealed before he made this post, was it?
Probably not.
So you can take credit, Skullkeeper VSK. You can take credit. You can. But I did say yesterday that I want Gunner to be something that I didn't predict. And I wouldn't mind... well, maybe not this either, but still it's interesting.
That's just the grenade though, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, in a different way. It's like if you give the cluster bomb Goo Bomber special. Which isn't horrible, but it's probably not new enough. I don't know.
Yeah. And
this would just, that obviously, if this were to be like Gunner's new grenade, I still wouldn't, maybe not, because that's like incendiary grenade. Anyway,
yeah, I mean, fair enough. If you called it, you called it, but I don't know.
Well, he did.
There's not much else to say. He did, yeah.
He kind of called it a bit more than me, considering how many options I laid out. I'd say this is more, you know, a shot in the dark. I just sort of covered as much ground as I could. He's only got one each. Anyway. What? Oh, right. Someone finding it through a 50% discount.
Or just getting it.
It's worth the money. It's worth the full price. It's worth more than its full price.
We got to acknowledge that we also did buy it at a 50% discount.
Yeah, and at the time, it was probably worth that much. To be honest,
it's true. At the time, it was it had probably a third of the content it has now, if that, and it crashed every fourth game.
Yeah, and at least one of those other free games would probably have all the textures glitching out.
Yeah, it probably was worth like half the price. But come like a year past, we were like, oh, we should have given them more, which is what we've done. We've supported them with the supporters edition and all DLCs. So, yeah.
Bless the Lord. I mean, I don't know if it's God so much as it's whoever authorizes discounts. Which I assume is just Ghost Ship themselves. I don't know how discounts work in that sense.
Oh, I think they come to an agreement. Like maybe Steam gives them an amount of money to then allow them to put it on discount. So Steam gets more sales on their website, and they get money from the buying and from Steam. I assume it's a win-win.
I don't think they would have to give Ghost Ship money to put the game on discount, because more sales can potentially equal more money than they would otherwise get. Anyway, we don't know. We need Tom here. Tom.
He doesn't know.
He knows about stocks.
That's nothing to do with this.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he knows a bit more about business and money than we do.
No,
none at all. Not even slightly.
I did business. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
I may have gotten a 1, but
fucking hell, mate. Good luck with that. The real tier list.
I was about to say, I saw this. It took me a while to get the joke, but this is I think this is a variant of that.
Oh, it's just a play on the quote, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
Going from A to D, skipping B and C. That one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a joke.
Because there was another one that did it as well, but they did it.
Hotel
with,
Trivago.
They did it with like all of them with the beginning of their letter. What? That's what he says.
Yeah, I know. That one. Yeah, I did see that.
I hear that a lot.
Someone has some strong opinions about weapon choice. Oh, this should be good. No flame gun, no pump, no fucking sniper, no fucking minigun. Okay.
He does not like most of the Gen 1s.
Well,
and then
pump,
also the M1000. Yeah,
being sludge pump.
Or the pump shotgun.
Or that. Well, it's probably the one with pump in its name. I think he's a cryo guy. He must be. I don't know what can bring someone to this. Beer.
Yeah. There's two types of players. And yet the beer guy, he has player restrictions on, which is interesting. Because I feel like player restrictions is such a weird thing that's like that's like an inbuilt version of that, the no so on and so forth. Like it's forcing people to like play only specific roles. Yeah. But it feels more healthy because the game kind of endorses it. But I think it's still interesting that
I just don't see why you would want to stop someone from using like the minigun. I just can't.
The M1000. Would you rather them use the GK?
I don't know, man. Maybe he would. I don't know what experience could have possibly led to this.
Maybe he's talking about like Burning Hell. Maybe lots of Burning Hell miniguns.
Maybe it's because maybe he is a cryo guy and he doesn't want anyone using fire. But then it's like also no.
What's the sniper and corrosion? Well, yeah, basically, some people, man.
Basically, chill. Take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill, dude.
They can play alone then.
They were.
I mean, this guy's assuming it's a cryo driller. It must be a cryo driller. It must be. Ah! Did you see that?
Yeah, it's the news.
Damn. Sorry about that, everyone.
Move on.
Oh yeah, someone not really complaining about the Nemesis, but he's been off for a few months now. Came back to this guy. He grabs me non-consensually, manhandles everyone. I can't do anything about it. Granted, my teammates can kill it and free me, but that's kind of rare because he's tanky. P.S. It could be another case of me being shit at the game. Well, not necessarily. You're not shit just because you can't figure out something new immediately.
Be a bit more interesting than that post itself.
Oh wow! Okay, we got the full list of instructions.
Guide, how to.
Yeah. Break armor. Okay. Fire light equip any robot once. Well, actually, to be fair, fire is the one that you usually not worth trying on the Nemesis unless you've got like 2 flamethrowers.
I mean, it's not easy, but like if you're not got anything else to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you've got the flamethrower, it's worth trying. Obviously, breach cutter from NG works wonders. It gets to be slow down. It's all correct. Is that right? That is right. You can't grab your fuels.
No. You can mimic dwarfs.
I don't. Yeah. Whatever. I almost got very angry, and I can't really explain why.
Why?
Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, this all seems fairly. Oh boy. It's just okay. Well, that's it reminds me of the good side of the community.
People aren't just like dogpiling, saying that it's a terrible addition to the game. People are actually just like giving him guidance on how to deal with him. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it was going to be either one or the other.
Right. I assumed that you were going to say at least they're not dogpiling him, but that doesn't really happen, does it? I mean, let's be fair. That doesn't happen unless someone's in the wrong.
Stuff like this is not the case. The only time I've seen people turn on the post creator if something toxic happened, but they're clearly the one that's at fault.
Yeah, I love when that happens. So
yeah, like it's like, oh yeah, I shot this guy dead and then blew up his teammate and then they kicked me. This game is so toxic, I can't play it. And I was like, wait, hold on.
The guy who lives across the street from me really looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Don't say that because it could be.
It's not. It's not.
I saw this.
Oh, what's he doing?
I think it's Mufasa.
Loot bug's pushing him off the cliff.
Yeah.
Or is it helping him back up? I don't know. Oh no, it is that, isn't it? That's what Scar says, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've only watched the Lion King once.
I watched it recently, and a lot when I was younger because I watch good movies.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like 3D. It would make a lot more sense if they were like 3D models.
Are they? Is this not? I can't tell.
I think so. Maybe it says. Hold on. Look at the comments. See if he comments in like how it's done.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yeah. It looks like he has.
I mean, I just don't think it's something that most people would think about. It's just you. I know what this is. Yeah. Maybe if we dig too deep, we wake up something. Is it ever going to happen?
I don't like the sometimes it's fine to give up, implying that the Glyphid Queen is a negative when it would be the best thing to ever happen.
Well, hold on, it's an implication that they've already killed one. Isn't that the whole point? And then they're just trying to prevent another one from coming into being.
Yeah. I really hope that like if one occurs, it's kind of like a steamroll in that while they're trying to kill one, like a bunch more spawn, and at that point shit gets overrun. But they've kind of already doubled down too hard on
absolutely frame a season around the Queen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I hope they do. I hope they don't just leave it out for too long. Because now it makes more sense now. It's not like something that if they just dropped it in a random update beforehand, it wouldn't make much sense. But sort of the narrative
storylines,
I don't know, weight, or just sort of
True.
element of the seasons means it's something that makes something that makes sense to just.
And
introduce.
I feel like
whenever they feel like it, I just hope
they kind of they're gonna have to actually pull more from the Hoxies themselves soon, instead of just saying, oh, and then something else has appeared from space, and then something else has appeared from space. Like, eventually they're gonna have to be like, okay, on Hoxies something's occurring,
something's going on,
or else it's gonna feel very repetitive and kind of boring.
Yeah, I agree. And the Queen makes sense.
Up there.
It's up there.
As far as things they've already got like planned, well, not planned, but like foreshadowed. I mean, it's like Carl, I guess. Like, I don't know, that could be something. I don't want to elaborate because I'm not fond of the idea, but just things they've already foreshadowed on Hoxies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what else is there apart Carl and the livid Queen?
I don't know.
No.
Errors.
Oh, error cubes. When that's going to kick off? And the Stonehenge thing.
Yeah, just errors on Hoxies.
They're remnants of an ancient civilization. Okay, there are things, and they need to take advantage of those things.
Yeah,
and the weight that they already carry.
Yeah, and I feel like probably within the next couple of seasons is probably the best time.
Better late than never. I don't know. Better soon than later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's just a meme, but still, that's kind of. I don't mind when things spin off into an actual conversation. What else is there to say specifically about the image?
Yeah, the meme is haha, but also I disagree with it.
I mean, I've only seen this recently, and it's from it's based on Lord of the Rings, the dwarves. And they dug too deep, and they wakened something in the darkness. Anyway, oh wow, Elden Ring. What the?
Double King vibes. I think that's a reference.
But look,
yeah, I know.
Fingers and you've got googly eyes. What the fuck is that? I guess that's Double King.
Yeah.
What a throwback! I don't know what that is.
Kind of creepy. That's what it is.
But this, however, is interesting. First of all, I like the idea of just. I know this is a mod, but taunts is. I like the idea of. It doesn't really make sense when it comes to bugs, but if you can taunt, like Salvador from Borderlands 2, he does the fingers, and then it's a taunt, and it gives him like damage resistance, but makes aggroes everything towards him.
Yeah. That's normal taunt behavior.
That as a perk, an active perk, would be pretty good. But the googly eyes is interesting, and it's something that really annoys me. Not about Snowing Fate, is that he is sometimes, I guess not all the time, because his most recent video wasn't the case, but he's got googly eyes on every enemy, and everything that he can, he's also replaced with barrels.
Yeah, I think some people.
Even the Praetorian's ass is a barrel.
I don't actually understand how you couldn't. Cause the googly eyes are a bit goofy, but I can't even do that with Skyrim. That's the few things that actually has the mods on Xbox. But immersion breaking mods, I just can't get on side with. That's what. Nah, nah, thank you. Honestly, the flipping off, I could see that. That's also funny.
Well, I mentioned the taunt thing, but I don't see why flipping the bugs off would annoy them. But still, as something you can do, maybe a victory move, maybe a victory.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to do that on YouTube? Am I allowed to flip people off?
Probably you shouldn't flip off people watching this video, Harry.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. It'll be too someone not very nice.
The bolt detonator with the googly eyes. Flip him off.
I'm not going to.
Like the dwarf. I am. You can't see it though, but I am.
Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yes. Hold on. Pardon me.
Thank you, hey.
Oh, there's someone bitching about this. Oh, I love this. I hate the fungus bogs. And you're surrounded. Come inhale the toxic fumes. Yeah, I know a lot of people do actually hate the fungus bogs. I think it might be Sniss's least favourite biome, I think.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that.
It is kind of nasty. It's not very nice, is it? It's got
It doesn't
mushrooms.
really have any pros at all. He mentioned about how much he hated the slowing slime.
That does
Which,
suck.
yeah,
I just don't like slow down effects, like permanent. Like it's always there. It's not just.
and
So
it's
even
also
I don't even like the earthquakes, but still, at least it's not all the
yeah,
time.
and it's like you can put platforms on it, but you can't even drill it. You can't. Like, you could drill it up below it, and it just has more for some reason.
Honestly,
It's,
zip
for fuck's
lines
sake.
aren't bad when it comes. If you can get it on a slope,
Yeah.
not the worst thing for countering the sludge.
Yeah, but then there's sludge and those fumes, and it really is a bit of a shit place to be.
Well, I mean, I don't see why this person would have made this meme if they didn't actually hate the fungus bogs. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like that motive is almost needed.
yeah, it's a pretty common opinion and all.
I guess. I mean, specifically, he's a cryo driller as well. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about.
It means you should have access though, so it shouldn't be that bad.
What's this? Successfully complete hazard level 5 mission from start to finish when no dwarf goes down and without ordering a resupply. Okay.
Yeah,
250 hours in. You
it
can
just
do it
kind
pretty
of
much
takes
at any point.
it just takes getting play with a really good guy that
All
and you
yourself.
just kind of stay back.
Doesn't actually be on co-op, I don't think.
Yeah, but I mean, Hazard 5, you'd need to be doing probably an egg hunt, 4 egg hunt.
Yeah, just a really short
and-
egg hunt.
Yeah, but good luck doing that at yourself early game, right? Like you need to at least have some overclocks, some good ones, to like survive that on your own.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, 215 hours in, I think that's about right. I mean, I've lost kind of all scale, but yeah,
What?
I mean that's not that long.
Well, it's 9 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 9 days worth of playtime.
It's probably about right for us as well.
Well done, friend. Good job, Limerker. Oh, yeah, tree bit. I mean, this just gets thrown about. Whenever someone finds it, they just throw it on the Reddit, and it's like, there's dozens upon dozens of these. It's just tree bid, saying on rock and stone. It's like, great.
He said the line.
Say the line, Bard!
It's somewhat ironic. Not ironic. I don't know what the term is.
What?
Well, he's aware of what he's doing. He said the line.
Yeah. Yeah. But I assume they probably just heard it, or just heard it being said, and like, oh, I've got to tell everyone about this. Everyone, we all know. Oh, they read it. Reddit. Actually, that is what Reddit means, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What else could it be? What are you saying?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, man. Oh, yes. Lovely. This is one of the main reasons why I wasn't too keen on Hot. Because it is a lot of memes.
Yeah.
Still.
That's why we have to delve deeper than the memes. We need to analyze this. Okay, no, yeah. I meant more. Okay.
I'm going to have to guess that this person probably doesn't play on Hazard 5.
What? How do you know he's not on it right now?
I don't. But I just don't see how he would survive. I just don't. By using hyper-propellant on Hazard 5. Oh, it just angers me.
You're not fond of either, but you do really hate hyperpropellant, don't you?
I mean, I just.
You're gonna have to do a video on it, Harry. Nobody else is.
Well, I mean, it'll be not next week, the week after. Be a spotlight. I'll do that. Hyperpropellant. That should cover it.
All right.
Because then I'll be using it as well.
Look forward for that.
You're not just wrong. You're stupid. You're not. as the Cat in the Hat said. I don't know, man. I just disagree. That's all I can say.
You gonna look into the comments?
No, I will actually. Okay.
Wow, what a middle guy. God.
Is it the best? Is it actually the best one? What?
What a non-statement.
I know.
The hyper propellant has much better single target damage than the fucking what?
Also, I think the devs kind of know that Fat Boy isn't great. You know, Fat Boy is it's bad despite how strong it is, and everyone's kind of aware. So it's really just used for fun. Because this guy pretty well. It's just like he just used Inferno Breach Cutter. You can actually have more than triple the ammo, and it's only slightly less effective, which I think is just correct. So have fun with that. What the hell is all this?
Oh, leave it alone. Don't bother.
That's my build.
Don't even play around it.
Anyway.
Don't even.
Even though DLG is a masterpiece, it's not a perfect game, which is obviously correct. I mean, I don't know if I would call it a masterpiece, to be honest. Whenever I see a post or comment asking for changes to the overclock being random, what's being tweaked, there's someone complaining about.
Just click on it.
What?
Oh, it's only.
What do you want to see?
Oh, it's longer.
It's not an essay. He's talking about when people just downvote any kind of criticism of the game. Which shouldn't be done. The thing is, I don't understand how Reddit karma works. Like, what is it?
I don't get how karma works, but I get how the upvote and downvote work.
I don't see why people just... I basically don't understand downvoting things.
If you think they are a bad person, then you downvote.
And they're a bad person if they have an opinion that you don't like.
Pretty much.
That's how it works, I guess.
Yeah, or they say their opinion in a spiteful way.
Now that's Reddit, by the way. This isn't specifically the Deep Rock Reddit, because it's definitely one of the better ones. But
I have still found some people getting downvoted to hell in some comment sections, which is pretty interesting. Because with downvoted comments, they tend to hide them. You have to click onto them to see the comment, and it's just a chain of doing that all the time.
Yep. People constantly have new ideas on how to make the game better, or how to make games better, and this should be treated the same. What? Most ideas are legitimately crap.
I'm surprised that is downvoted.
That's the kind of thing that would get downvoted.
Yeah, I think it's just because people do kind of agree, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everyone, and I'm aware of, ironically, that it's probably the same case for like me and us or whatever. Like everyone mutually agrees that everyone else's ideas are ridiculous and dumb, yet proposes their own and thinks that they're better, and everyone does that. So everyone's saying their ideas, thinking that they're good, and then everyone also agrees that all the ideas are terrible, that everyone else is.
Yeah, most ideas are bad. We are guilty of this ourselves. But everyone should still be able to.
Ideas are good.
Okay, we should still be able to propose them, and I think everyone should be able to. They should just know that they're wrong. Let's just ignore this. Oh yeah, have you seen this? It's not real, by the way. It's not a real animal. It's from Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it says it.
Yeah, but I'm just making sure you know before you get scared.
I mean, it's not that far off from an animal that is real, so.
You mean was?
No, I mean is.
What do you mean?
The giant woodlouses that live at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay.
They are essentially woodlouses, but fucking giant.
I mean, it's not really the loot bug. The loot bug's more of a slug.
Yeah, they really have shells.
Yeah. Let's stop looking at that. Stop.
That's shall we?
Oh, God. I just forget about tipping. There's no reason to do it.
There's no reason to do like most of the anything on the hub. It's just kind of there, and I'm glad they added it. I'm glad they added all the other things. Like just because you don't always interact with them doesn't mean it shouldn't be there. Like, no, it's just an extra layer of. No, I know. I mean, it's just an extra layer.
No. The fact that what you're saying is you're basically saying that I'm stupid.
I wasn't even addressing it to you.
No, I know.
I was just saying generally, like the the layers of unneeded content in the hub is amazing.
Yeah,
like, it's just really cool.
if
how much you can not do stuff.
everything about a game was necessary, it would become numbing and also devoid of life, because unnecessary things give things life, because things should be there that don't have to be there, otherwise it doesn't feel like a real place.
And I think it's important that, like, this is only in the hub. When you're in the caves, everything should be important and matter, right?
Well, no, because most of the plants don't really matter.
I suppose, but that's like visual clutter. They kind of do, though. They are to obscure your vision and immersion, and just like, you know, they do have a purpose in that regard. Even if it's a bit more environmental, but like, they don't have random events that. Oh, I say that they do kind of have random events that don't really do anything. Like I say, the resistance things and the full damage resistant hull, like, they're kind of on that side. But like, the fact that, like, the hub is full of pointless things to waste your time on, and the actual inside of the game, like in the caves, is full of things that don't waste your time and they reward you for doing stuff, is why the game is as good as it is. Like, if you've spent a fuck ton of time doing things that matter, you can then just chill on the hub and get wasted, throw yourself into a barrel hoop, and then play some football. Tip Lloyd if you feel like it. Point is,
you got a lot out of that.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's perfect. That's what we want. Right. I saw this earlier, actually. Maybe you can guess what's going on, because there's more to this image. It's about the breach cutter. This visage.
Is it gonna look like a penis or
no?
A face?
It's some kind of face.
Click on it then. I need to see the face. Oh, it's a blobfish face.
Yeah, the blobfish.
I feel I need to say this, but that is not what the blobfish looks like. Okay? I think we need to dismiss this rumor that that's what the blobfish looks like. In defense of the blobfish, right? Because blobfish exist at, like, the bottom of the fucking ocean, right? What happens when you pull something from the bottom of the ocean to the top, right? Bad stuff occurs to the things that you do that to. To people, they die, okay? So people pulled up blobfish, and they ended up looking like this, and they just assume that that's what blobfish look like.
This image is so fucking famous.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Also, you will be able to unsee this, because you only ever see that if you position it this way in the terminal.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
And have neon bad.
Yeah. So I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I would like to point out, however, credit where credit is due. The fact that it's like, I mean, it's obvious why it's like an actual perfect combination. It correlates 100% perfectly, and I just appreciate that fact.
Someone else got the drip.
Yeah, but I don't like just using the base Dark Future skin on the Dark Future armor.
It's almost too easy.
Well, yeah, because it is basically like just using the default paint job on any other armor.
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly, because obviously you can put this skin on other armors, but still, I don't like it because I'm
pretentious.
Yeah, I'm pretentious, egotistical, snobby, narcissistic, big-headed, big-nosed.
Hot.
Okay, thanks. Brilliant.
That actually is the effect, though.
It is. You can Dr. Manhattan then. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why he calls it the heatwave cooker. And
think about actually, Harry. If you think about it, that might actually be where they got the effect from. Because what is Dr. Manhattan if not radiation personified?
I guess so. Yeah. Can we look like Can we get Dr. Manhattan cosmetics?
I want the what's it?
Rorschach.
The mask. Yeah,
Rorschach mask. And they can do that. That's not. I don't think that's a Watchmen own thing.
With that one being color locked at that point.
Yeah,
it kind of has to.
Even
be.
though it might be one of the coolest ones to not be color locked.
Yeah, or they should add like 4 of them that have like different images on them.
Well, one for each class. It'd be should have a different image.
Yeah. Point is, add that ghost ship. Add that.
Can we? I want Night Owl's winter coat. Right. You got the special powder. So, Snowing Fate did put out a all Overcooked tier list yesterday. He was very, very angry all the time, as he usually is. Very tired. I mean, it's the 4th time he did it in a row because he kept fucking up the recording. But in general, I actually agreed with almost everything. And even the stuff that I didn't really agree with, he did cause like for fun. He just put all of like he had a tier that was remove or change. He put every wave cooker overcook in that tier just to annoy people, like just as Reddit bait, and he admitted it. Like, every time it's something like that, it's just, and he admitted his biases pretty constantly.
He hates the wave cooker, right?
Yeah, he thinks the wave cooker shouldn't exist, which I disagree with that. But he does also hate the boomstick, and he thinks special powder is also specifically bad. Which I find I like that.
I think
someone has the balls to say it.
Special powder is bad in the way that like it's the only reason the boomstick is like not actually a good gun, because people like love the boomstick and it's like probably the most used secondary, not because it's good but because of special powder. Like it kind of is actually probably single-handedly ruined the boomstick as like an actual good weapon. And that is a take.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't take issue with people getting excited. It's fun to use, but I don't know if it was worth 270 hours, my friend. I don't know. I get more out of things that are good than that are just outwardly fun.
Well, the thing is though, is that the special powder is incredibly good. It just is. Yeah, as a scout, it like squares your mobility rather. Like you go from just grappling around to literally just fucking flying at Mach 10, like nailing all these insane jumps, immune to full damage. Like you do just become a movement god with the special powder.
But at the same time, I don't think it enhances Scout's combat ability.
No, really, it doesn't at all. That's why you'll notice that, you know, because Scouts can get kills, right? Scouts can do well. But as long as you're using special powder, that ain't happening. You're not getting kills. You're not doing well. You might survive, and you probably will have a higher chance of winning the mission, because the Scout with a special powder is probably going to survive a lot of things. But, yeah, no, it's still a crutch as far as playing is concerned, and boomstick being a good weapon is concerned.
It's like I guess it makes a lot of sense to me that you would want to use this if you want to use the boomstick, because even something like jumbo shells doesn't really make it worth it because of the alternatives. So have fun with that. Like, no mug left behind. Yeah, I thought so.
It's just like the desperate attempt to get the mug and you're just failing.
Get the mug.
You're about to get exploded. You're walking towards exploders. So that mug is lost forever.
You know, it might have gone down. Oh, it's down below. We got it.
Oh. You did this yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Although the drop pod actually just landed on the mug.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
We didn't even actually harvest it.
I assume that's it. Well done, guys. You got the mug. Congratulations.
You know, they say you are what you deposit.
What?
Yeah.
Then I am a innocent man.
And I am Jadis.
What?
POV, you are a griffin about to be killed.
Oh, well done.
Oh. I get it.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a nose.
Because they don't have a nose.
They don't have noses.
Yeah, well, thanks, mate. Why would you do that? I want to see people like not getting it.
Oh, I didn't realize it's the OP.
And his name is Listen, I Will Hear. What the hell? Let's see someone. They don't do that either. It never is.
Yeah, we have no idea how they get around. I feel like they're just like, I think they just feel. I think they probably just feel. That's like it. Feel and taste, I imagine, is the only things they have.
I think it's like just like seismic activity. They can just like
feel it,
hit the ground, and
feel
they
it.
can, yeah,
feel it,
feel it, or taste
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think they navigate via taste.
They like lick the air like they dwarf around, and then they just start like running towards you.
It's like, I taste a dwarf, and then they just start moving.
Shuffling.
Look at this idiot. No, it's cool. Getting Fat Boy's fun.
Yeah. I think Fat Boy was one of the first overclocks I actually got.
Yeah, it was like
one of ours.
It was like one of the. It's almost like how they marketed overclocks.
Yeah.
Oh, it marketed itself. This is it. This is overclocks.
I think that is something that they kind of did that was a bit cheeky, a bit underhanded. And it's, I think most people do it as well. They frame overclocks as Fat Boy, like they will make every gun you have into a Fat Boy, when really nothing else comes close to the radical transformation or like visual difference that is Fat Boy.
The transformation, because it's still a grenade. Like surely plasma burst is further from. It's like a bigger. I think most guns have an extreme, like a change just as extreme. I just think there's something specific about Fat Boy's nature. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's as extreme of a change or more extreme.
It
than
turns a grenade into a mini nuke. I think that is probably it, Harry. I think it turns your bog standard grenade into the thing from Fallout, the mini the launcher. Like, it's fairly explanatory.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think it's just because of the way it is, not actually because it's more extreme than the others. It's just because of what it is.
Yeah. But I do think it's up there as far as visual changes go.
Yeah, it is. But whatever. Fucking Fat Boy. Alright, we'll probably do one more, please. I don't even know what to make of this.
I think it's just a bunch
this
of
is it.
stuff.
This is the end.
Oh my.
I mean,
my.
It's like it's just.
Is that a single sausage? There's two.
It can't be.
There,
There's
right?
two, right? And they look horrible.
So big. They're so fat. Like, that is such a giant sausage.
People like it. Someone said that's not even beer. How do you know?
It's like piss.
And yeah,
that's just beer.
Yeah,
beer is just piss with froth.
Oh, there's that.
There's the post. Hold on, no, I want to see that.
What?
The actual text one.
Yeah, we'll end on this. So, this is just complaining about the Reddit, I guess. Stop posting about every negative interaction we have. Yeah. Well, there is a lot of that. There is. Like, there's just a lot of posts being like...
It's not an uptick. I think that's
no,
it's been around for, like, the last 2 years. Like,
if anything, there hasn't been that many recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was wanting to check out this game and I looked at the subreddit, not sure I'd buy it after seeing all the negative interactions that are posted. Is it really worse than other places? Go to the Halo subreddit.
Well, yeah, like if you first of all, if you want to buy a game, what you're doing going on this subreddit? I think first of all, I think that if you're going on the subreddit to see whether or not you want to buy a game, you don't want to buy the game. You're finding a reason to not buy the game.
There's two ways to decide if you should buy a game. Number one, do you think it looks good? Number two, does it have 4 stars? I think.
Number 3, can you afford it?
That's like that's not about whether or not you should buy it. Because obviously, if you don't have enough to buy it, you can't afford it, you can't buy it. So that's sort of
then just how much it costs, because you need to weigh the cost to cost ratio.
How many special editions does it have? If it has more than
who is it made
by? Yeah, who published it?
If it is under, I would like to go through like all the top things.
Basically, the point is, I think the Reddit is one of the last places you should go. That's when you go if you've started playing.
Yeah,
you're into it already.
You just started the game. You find a machine event, and then you go on the Reddit to post it, like normal people do.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like, because like specifically with the Deep Book subreddit, they do help people out if you come on asking for advice or whatever. So that's fair. But that's like you started playing.
And even then, the posts are negatively about the people. If you look between them, and even on them, people generally talk about how good the game is. So you would have to go out of your way to take the every so often negative post to me that you shouldn't buy the game. Point is, I still agree because I hate reading them. Actually, no, I don't hate reading them because sometimes, as mentioned, some people are in the wrong, and it's quite funny.
Oh yeah.
So keep it up, lads. Play the game, be toxic, get more Reddit content for us to go through.
Yeah.
And I think that's enough for us today. I actually need to eat. I actually feel hungry. That's kind of weird.
That doesn't happen to you, does it?
No, I don't. I don't normally be hungry.
Oh, my back hurts from carrying this channel. What? All right, everyone. This was Deep Reddit Galactic. See you probably on Monday.
Tuesday or Monday, actually. Yeah.
Well, it depends. This Monday, I don't know.
All right. Then Tuesday.